react to a situation, instead of doing like exactly what's on the page. If she's gonna react this way, I may feel the exact same feeling, but I may not react the way that it's written that she reacts.
Themes of domestic violence.
What I did know is that the fans of the book were passionate, and there were so many real-life Lily Blooms who had read this book and changed their situation, and that's what I wanted to protect.
I suffer from toxic masculinity.
She hit me when I started crying. Yeah, she said, get those tears back in there, boy.
Maybe help a group of people feel seen, or reach into somebody's heart and inspire them to make a change in their life.
You don't often see messy women in film, and so to be able to be a woman who's contradicting.
Blake Lively's career is ending. That's the phrase exploding all over social media right now as the ongoing legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni takes yet another wild turn online. Here's what actually happened. This all comes from the "It Ends With Us" controversy, where Blake Lively accused Baldoni and his team of misconduct and retaliation during production. Baldoni denied everything and fired back with a massive defamation countersuit worth $400 million, which was later dismissed by a federal judge in June 2025. Fast forward to 2026, most of the major claims from both sides have already been thrown out or settled, with a final settlement reached in May 2026, just weeks before trial was set to begin. But despite the case being legally closed, the internet is still running wild, turning old courtroom tension and dismissed claims into viral narratives about Blake Lively's reputation and career. And now one phrase keeps popping up everywhere: career ending. Like the video if you want real Hollywood courtroom breakdowns without the fake hype. The situation between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni started as a film-related dispute, but it quickly turned into one of Hollywood's most talked about legal sagas in recent years. It all traces back to the 2024 film It Ends With Us, where tensions reportedly began behind the scenes during production. In December 2024, Blake Lively filed a formal complaint alleging misconduct and a hostile work environment. This instantly escalated the situation into a legal and public relations battle. Justin Baldoni responded strongly, denying the allegations and later launching a $400 million defamation lawsuit against Blake Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and others involved. That lawsuit made headlines everywhere, but in June 2025, a federal judge dismissed Baldoni's major claims, stating there wasn't sufficient legal grounding for much of the case. At the same time, Lively's side also faced setbacks. In April 2026, a judge dismissed 10 out of 13 claims in her lawsuit, including the most serious sexual harassment allegations against Baldoni. So by this point, both sides had taken major legal hits. But here's where things get interesting. Instead of continuing to trial, both parties ultimately reached a settlement in May 2026, just 2 weeks before the scheduled court date. According to multiple reports, the case was effectively closed without a full public trial, meaning no final jury verdict ever came out. Now, legally speaking, that usually signals an end. But online, that's where things got out of control. Because even after the settlement, social media didn't move on. Clips, commentary pages, and viral posts started resurfacing old court updates, mixing dismissed claims, partial rulings, and pre-settlement drama into one big narrative. And that's where the phrase, Blake Lively's career is ending, started trending. Let's be real here. In actual legal terms, there is no court ruling, no judgment, and no official statement saying anything about Blake Lively's career being in danger. But on the internet, perception spreads faster than facts. A dismissed claim becomes she lost the case. A settlement becomes something was hidden. And a legal setback becomes career over. That's how Hollywood rumors are built in 2026. Another major factor is how high profile this case became. When you put names like Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni together, plus involvement from major Hollywood figures and media coverage, every update gets amplified. Even a procedural court motion can turn into a viral headline within hours. And this case had everything: celebrity power, emotional allegations, counter lawsuits, massive dollar figures, public statements, and a long legal timeline stretching from 2024 to 2026. That's basically viral fuel. But if we strip away the internet noise, the actual legal outcome is much simpler. Most claims were dismissed or settled, and the case concluded without a dramatic courtroom verdict. Still, online audiences are not reacting to the legal reality. They're reacting to the story version of it, and that story is always more dramatic than the truth. Now, about Blake Lively's career. In real terms, she remains a major Hollywood actress with ongoing public appearances, industry connections, and projects continuing after the legal resolution. There is no official indication from studios, courts, or representatives that her career is ending or even slowing down because of this case. But in the attention economy, truth doesn't always win. Drama does. And that's why this story keeps resurfacing even after the legal chapter has technically closed. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Blake Lively or Justin Baldoni anymore. It's about how Hollywood legal cases get transformed into viral internet narratives that never really die. Conclusion. So here's the bottom line. The Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni case is not an ongoing courtroom explosion anymore. It's a closed legal dispute that turned into an open social media debate. The phrase Blake Lively's career is ending is not a legal fact. It's a viral internet exaggeration built from fragments of a long, complex case. And that's the real story here, not the courtroom, but how fast the internet rewrites it.